Noah's been using the Phonak FM for about 12 months. We started the radio aid trial sort of end of July last year, and we finished it May this year, and we're still using it up to now, so about 12 months.
Noah was diagnosed with bilateral severe to profound hearing loss at 2 weeks of age. He was fitted with hearing aids at 2 months of age. Since then, at the age of 17 months, we fitted him with the latest NAIDA, Phonak NAIDA hearing aids with integrated FM technology. He has been using this technology regularly and his family have made full use of this technology as well. He is now 31 months old.
As we went along, we found out that it was more beneficial in certain situations, so for example in the car, or when I'm sort of in another room, or if we're doing like sing-songs and there's like quite a few of us doing it in the family or whatever, you know, it's good with things like that. So it just varied along with his development basically. Noah, drink! His hearing is really good if we're sort of on a one-to-one, but obviously when we go out into the garden and if we're in the supermarket and things like that, the hearing aids aren't as good, and obviously the radio aid gives him that better clarity of my voice.
The concept of an FM system is very simple. It's a very basic system where you have an FM transmitter and an FM receiver which is linked to the hearing aid. So when the person who speaks through the transmitter microphone speaks, their voice is directly sent across radio frequency into the child's hearing aid through the receiver they're wearing. Also commonly, FM transmitters are known as radio aids because of the way that they're using the radio frequency.
Yeah, obviously when it first started working for Noah and we noticed it working, obviously, you know, he reacts much better when you've got it in and you're speaking to him. If you're singing a song with him, if he's repeating something after you, it'll be much clearer if you've got the radio aid on than if you haven't. You know, he hears the words much better, and he'll hear like instructions much better. You know, if I was like in here, for example, and he was in there and I said, "No, bring mummy the book," you know, and I had the radio aid in, he would bring me the book. Whereas if he had just his hearing aids in, you know, I might have to like really shout or, you know, like do a few more gestures or whatever to him rather than, you know, just using my voice alone at just a normal range. He's a really sociable little boy anyway, but I just think for Noah it means he doesn't miss out on anything, and that's a really good thing for him because he's, you know, if you haven't got the radio aid on, he's looking at people's faces the whole time, you know, like, oh God, don't miss me out of anything. Whereas if you've got the radio aid on, he sort of feels a bit more comfortable that he's in on everything, if you know what I mean, because he is like in your face constantly. He's not shy and retiring. So yeah, so you can, you know, that's made a difference for him in his confidence, I think, definitely. It makes a really big difference, and like when we're shopping as well, when he's in the buggy, because he can't see my face, you know, you can hear really well. And like if we're out walking with the traffic as well, you know, even if like I bend over to try and speak to him when he's just got his aids in, it's really hard with all the, you know, the outside noise. Whereas if he's got the radio aid on, well, if I've got the radio aid on, he can, you know, he hears much better, and I think that makes him much happier because he's not missing out on things. Because obviously the benefits it's had for Noah have been absolutely brilliant, and you can actually see the benefits. It's not one of those things that, you know, you don't see benefits for years and years. You can actually see it as your child's progressing. And basically you want to give your child every opportunity to live as normal a life as possible in a hearing world. So if you can do that and try and mimic normal hearing as best as possible, then, you know, by letting them use the radio aid, then I feel that that's giving them that chance to do that.